Are your clothes ugly and boring? Do you suffer from guilt about getting rid of items you no longer love because it's obviously you personally killing the planet? Well, you should take your meds and then watch me show you how to use your old boring clothes to make cool new clothes. Step 1 is to find a garment that fits you gloriously, but either due to hideous color or heinous holes or hot and spicy burrito juice stains, it is just unwearable. Do surgery on your Uggo article by cutting it apart at the seams. Congratulations, you now have a pattern, which is basically a bunch of puzzle pieces you can copy paste and put back together Humpty Dumpty style. But like a cunty Humpty Dumpty one that gets all the king's horses and men. Okay, so if you want to do this proper, then you'd copy all these pieces onto some pattern paper, but that's boring, and I don't want to. This dress was extremely flattering, but an ugly pink color, so I did some bibbidi bobbidi boobadink sleeping beauty style and made it blue, but then it was still ugly. Now it's going to rise from the ashes as a little black dress. Pay attention to fabric. This was originally a stretchy dress, so I should use a stretchy fabric, except I didn't want to do that, so I got a black cotton instead. Do as I say, not as I do. Pin all your old pieces onto your new fabric and cut a long little doggy around the outside edge, leaving some space for seam allowance. Otherwise your dress will be too tight. Anyway, this dress has sleeves, but I want to do poofy sleeves, so I'm just cutting out a rectangle the width of a family-sized Oreo package and the length of however much poof I want. Pin all your pieces together except for the sleeves because you haven't made them yet, because sleeves are hard, and now you can try on your very pokey dress to make sure it fits. I didn't do that because I don't care and I've made this dress like 4 times now, but do as I say, not as I do. Join all your seams in holy matrimony using an ordained sewing machine. I'm using white thread because it is the holiest of colors and not just because I was too lazy to switch it out. Once you've made all your seams kiss, it's time to try it on. Wow, looks great, love it, but I'm nursing a baby currently, so I might cut a slit in the front to be able to whip a titty out at any moment. Now, unfortunately, we have no choice but to make the sleeves. You sew them together, gather the tops to fit your armpit hole, also called the arm's eye, gather the bottoms to your meaty biceps, pin it in the armhole backwards and sew it together completely wrong, have a come apart, and don't work on the project for several days. Undo that seam, drop a sleeve in proper, sew that up, with a sense of intense paranoia, and then bind the bottoms of the sleeves to hide the ugly edges. Lastly, you'll need to finish the hem and the neckline in your chosen method, either binding, turning, facing, or using a serger. It's just hit me, all of these sound like kinky bedroom activities. What about your inside seams? Well, the inside of your homemade garment is between you and your God. And here's the finished product. Remember how I said I'd change the neckline? Well, unfortunately, I hate it, so I'm going to have to chop the front panel up and redo it probably. Remember how the point of this was to make a copy of something you already liked the shape and style of and not about making complicated alterations on the fly? Haha, yeah, do as I say, not as I do.